Little People Big World star Amy Roloff has a hard time saying goodbye to her dad. She has always been very close to her 96-year-old dad. The TLC often travels to Michigan to spend time with her family. Amy likes to discuss every sweet thing about her family. She receives so much love for spreading positivity from her content on social media. The LPBW star has proved herself to be the perfect mom, mother-in-law, grandma, and daughter. Fans cannot stop praising Amy for being so loving and kind. Previously, she also took Jacob and Isabel to her native place. The couple had an amazing time with their grandpa. Recently, Amy went to Michigan again, but she is sad because she has to say goodbye. LPBW star Amy Roloff loves to spend her time with her dad. She often talks about him and shares new updates on him. The TLC star frequently plans a trip alone to take care of him and spend some time with him. Recently, Amy shared a special wish for her dad's 95th birthday. She uploaded a sweet selfie with him as they enjoyed a drink together. The reality TV star smiled from ear to ear at her dad's biggest milestone. Amy stated, "Happy Father's Day, Dad. You're 95. I can't wait to see you in late July when I go to Michigan." Hence, she expressed how she cherishes each moment she spends with him. Moreover, the reality TV star suggested her followers grab the moments while they can. Now, Amy is struggling to say goodbye to her favorite person. Little People Big World star Amy Roloff is a mom and a grandmom. Still, she is daddy's girl in her old age. The TLC star doesn't leave a single chance to visit him in Michigan. Recently, Amy went to her native city again to spend some time with her dad. Fans know how much she enjoys being around her dad. Hence, it was a bit difficult for the LPBW star to say goodbye to her favorite person. Amy shared a bittersweet story on her Instagram to reflect on her true feelings. She asked, "Bittersweet leaving Michigan today, but I can't wait to get back to Chris, my kids and grandkids." She showed off a mojito she had while traveling in the selfie. The reality TV star was also glad to hang out with her dad again. Fans loved to see the way Amy was cherishing every moment with her old dad. She must be aware that her dad has gotten older, and it is best to spend as much time with him as possible. Moreover, the reality TV star knows the value of relationships. Amy always makes sure to be available to her kids and grandkids. She must have been emotional to say goodbye to her dad. Further, the reality TV star was excited to get back to Chris, the kids, and the grandkids after a long time. Little People Big World star Amy Roloff's creative recipes and cooking videos may help her transition from reality star to esteemed chef. The matriarch of the Roloff family's simple yet impressive recipes add a modern twist to traditional dishes. Amy has always had a passion for cooking and baking, and with the publication of her most recent cookbook, Eat, Love, Gather, Amy is making a name for herself in the culinary world. Amy and her family have appeared in Little People Big World for 25 seasons. As a mother of 4, she owned a pumpkin farm in Hillsboro, Oregon, with her ex-husband, Matt Roloff. Little People Big World documented the family as Amy and Matt divorced. Amy moved away from the farm, and their children grew up and started their own families. Amy, who is now married to Chris Marek, has leaned into her cooking as the show's future grows uncertain. Given her impressive selection of recipes, Amy is well on her way to making cooking her new career. Chris joined Amy as she whipped up a batch of hamburgers with a clever addition. Little People Big World star Amy added a layer of Black Forest ham on her burgers, followed by a sauce made from mayonnaise and chopped dill pickle. She finished the meal with paprika-seasoned potato wedges and sriracha ketchup. Making a summer meal in the middle of winter, Amy cooked her hamburgers indoors on the stovetop. She explained that she seasoned her meat, so the focus remained on the ham and sauce. The simplicity of Amy's cooking makes her recipes attainable to even novice chefs, but her unexpected gourmet details elevate the dishes. As Amy finished assembling the meal, Chris joined her for dinner and called her method a great way to build a burger. Amy turned traditional salad on its head with her Bloody Mary salad recipe. She wrote in the caption, "Who says salads have to be boring?" Amy's salad includes tomato, celery, red onions, and parsley, and it is finished with a spicy horseradish and Tabasco dressing. She added the hashtag creative cooking. Since beginning their romance, Amy and Chris are often shown on Little People, Big World, enjoying a cocktail with friends or just each other. Amy's Bloody Mary salad is reminiscent of the couple's ability to take time to enjoy the little things and indulge. Her addition of a cocktail-inspired twist to the salad is proof of Amy's fun-loving yet comforting nature, which is part of what has made her such a beloved television figure. For a sweet treat, Amy made a batch of chocolate brownies from scratch. She then whipped up peanut butter cookie dough to layer on top to mimic the taste of a peanut butter cup. "I'm in heaven," Amy remarked after her first bite. Amy loves putting her own spin on classic recipes. Amy's brownie cookie mashup displays her ability to think outside the box. The added effort she took to prepare 2 different dessert mixes surely paid off, given the classic pairing of peanut butter and chocolate. Amy's combination of 2 simple ideas results in a unique dessert, yet still brings a familiar comfort. Amy shared the spotlight with some of her grandchildren, Ember Roloff, Bode Roloff, and Radley Roloff, as she filmed a video in her son Jeremy Roloff's kitchen. With her grandchildren in mind, Amy put her spin on corn dogs by adding shredded cheese and chopped hot dogs to a homemade corn muffin mix. She noted the difficulty of cooking in an unfamiliar kitchen, but Amy improvised quickly and adapted her recipe to the equipment she had. Amy's corn dogs haven't had the best reviews from fans in the past. Amy's grandchildren are a huge part of her life. This recipe by Amy is a particular example of her focus on family, as Amy's love for cooking grew from her desire to comfort and nourish her children. Although she mentioned the lighting was not ideal and the sounds of her grandchildren playing echoed in the background, Amy remained calm and focused while she executed her recipe. Amy's natural warmth as a mother and grandmother is evident in her willingness to stay flexible and cook something for the children to enjoy. The most luxurious of Amy's dishes is her seafood lasagna. Amy considers this recipe an alternative to heavy meat and tomato lasagna, but she spares no expense with her variation. Amy layered shrimp, salmon, and crab meat with noodles and a cream sauce that included Parmesan, ricotta, and mozzarella cheese. As she cooked, Amy noted Chris had just arrived home and was tiptoeing around the kitchen to avoid disturbing her. This glimpse into their relationship shows the respect the couple has for one another, allowing space for their passions. Chris has been a healthy addition to Amy's life, supporting her without being overbearing. Chris could be heard commenting off-camera that the lasagna was looking good. Amy's sophisticated yet casual recipes are a perfect representation of her personality. Amy is a level-headed mother and has stayed dignified through her divorce and the Roloff's family drama. However, she also has a knack for entertaining and pays attention to the small details that matter the most. When Amy's time on Little People, Big World ends, she will have no trouble continuing to stay in the public eye through her cooking videos and cookbooks. There has long been speculation that Little People, Big World star Karen Chandler is a drama queen and gold digger who is ruining her husband, Matt Roloff's life. The long-running unscripted series, which chronicles the lives of the Roloff family, initially focused on the marriage of Matt and Amy Roloff. However, over time, the couple divorced and started new relationships with other people. Since the divorce, Amy married Chris Marek, and Matt recently got engaged to Karen. Complicating matters further, Karen had been a longtime family employee before finding herself in a relationship with her boss, and it's unclear if Matt and Amy were still married when he started his dalliance with Karen. The Roloff family has gone through changes over the years, and Little People, Big World has chronicled the journey. Matt and Amy's marriage had been troubled for many years before they officially divorced, so their split was seen as a positive step forward for the family. Still, when Matt announced he was seeing Karen, more than a few people speculated Matt had been cheating on Amy with Karen for a while. Karen has been the subject of enormous criticism for her relationship with Matt, with many people calling the Little People Big World Season 25 star a major drama queen. During Little People, Big World Season 25, 62-year-old Matt started building his new dream home and gave 56-year-old Karen a lot of power over the design process. He argued that since she'd soon be his wife, it would be her house, so she should be involved in the decision-making process, which seemed like a fair deal. Over time, Karen has gone from consulting on the decisions to being in charge of the design process. Even though Matt is the one paying for everything, Karen gets the final say, and the power has inflated Karen's already huge ego. Matt and Amy had 4 children, but their son, 34-year-old Zach Roloff, was the only one who continued to appear on Little People, Big World, and had a good relationship with both of his parents. It all blew up when Zach offered to buy the family farm, and Matt suddenly pulled it off the market. The father and son have since admitted their relationship has been severely strained. Their issues worsened when Matt started a relationship with Karen, a longtime family employee. Karen seemed interested in bringing father and son back together, but eventually gave up trying. Recently, Zach and Tori confirmed they won't return to the show after Little People, Big World Season 25. In March 2023, Matt posted a loving birthday greeting to Karen on Instagram, which featured a couple of photos of her, as well as a photo of the couple together. Matt's caption reads, "Happy birthday to the sweetest, kindest, most beautiful soul I've ever met. If Karen was as sweet as Matt thinks she is, she would have tried much harder to make things right with Matt's family." Karen claims she doesn't have the tools to fix it, but she has a lot of influence over Matt. The fact that Karen seems to care more about spending Matt's money than improving his relationship with his children is a sign that she's not there for the right reasons. Like Matt, Karen also came out of a messy divorce with her ex-husband, Joseph Chandler, who she split from in 2012 after 20 years of marriage. Karen worked as a manager on the farm for a decade before being promoted to Matt's assistant and then promoted to the role of his girlfriend. When the couple ultimately got together, it raised more than a few eyebrows, especially among Matt's children and Little People, Big World fans. There's speculation that Karen could have targeted Matt from the start, and now she could be ruining his life. Zach wasn't happy with his father when he learned he had been dating the longtime family employee, but he ultimately moved on. After the incident with Matt pulling the family farm off the market, there was a lot of speculation about whether Karen had any hand in Matt's real estate decision. Since then, Matt has gone back and forth about selling the property, even listing a piece on the market. In December 2022, Matt posted about his birthday celebration on Instagram. "A huge heartfelt thank you to everyone for the amazing support I've gotten this past year," read Matt's caption. "I don't always make the best decisions, but I keep learning and plowing forward." They say that knowing is half the battle, and if that's the case, Matt knowing that he makes bad decisions is halfway to making better life choices. During Little People, Big World Season 16, Matt and Karen sat down with his ex-wife, Amy, to reveal that Matt had made a will and decided to leave everything to Amy. Amy was shocked since she was already remarried to Chris Marek and had expected Matt to leave everything to their 4 children. Matt insisted that it was simply too complicated to leave the farm to anyone else, which seemed like he was making his ex-wife divide up his estate later. During a joint confessional with Matt, Karen claimed it was her idea to leave everything to Amy. "Your family in the first part of your life built and worked for this farm," Chandler told Matt. "I came in later, and I don't want it, and I don't want to ever take anything away from the people that built it, the family, the kids." If that was the truth, and there's no reason to think it isn't, it seems like a very self-serving announcement. It's important to remember that Amy would only get whatever Matt and Karen don't sell off, which Matt made clear during the conversation. Matt and Amy met at a Little People of America convention in 1987 and were married later that same year. They had 4 children together, including Zach, but Matt and Amy announced their divorce in 2015 after almost 30 years of marriage. Matt and Karen didn't go public until their relationship in 2017, but very few people believe that the relationship didn't begin long before then, with some speculating that it could have started when Matt was still married to Amy. Since the Little People, Big World stars divorced, Amy has moved on and remarried Chris, but it must hurt seeing the former family employee living in the house where she raised her children. Karen worked for the Roloff family for over a decade, starting as a farm manager, but was eventually promoted to the role of Matt's assistant. It would only be human nature for Amy to wonder if anything was going on between her then-husband and his loyal assistant from before Amy and Matt decided to divorce. Between the family farm and the 25 seasons of Little People, Big World, Matt has done very well for himself financially, and he's got a lot to lose. For her part, Karen has gotten a lot out of the relationship, financially speaking, including a new home in Arizona and the one Matt is building in Oregon. The Arizona house doesn't offer accessibility for Matt to the upstairs bedroom, which says a lot about Karen's priorities. Hopefully, Matt will have Karen sign a prenup so he can protect his legacy to leave behind for his children and grandchildren. Matt Roloff from Little People, Big World might have ruined the family with his greedy behavior. He joined the reality series alongside his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, and their children. Little People, Big World primarily featured their son with dwarfism, Zach Roloff, as he grew up on the show. The Roloffs were happy living on and managing the Roloff family farms, but their unit was dismantled when Matt and Amy got divorced. They grew apart as a couple, and Amy alleged Matt had an affair with her with his current partner, Karen Chandler. Their partnership formed out of lies and uncertainty, which left a negative taste in most of the Roloff children's mouths. Matt's ego has gotten out of control in the years after his divorce, and he's made some questionable decisions. He fractured his relationship with Zach after listing part of the Roloff farms without letting him know ahead of time. Karen's been accused of being a gold digger since the beginning of her relationship, and her greed may have subconsciously seeped into Matt's perception of the Roloff family farms. Karen could have influenced Matt to sell the Roloff farms for money. Before she began dating the reality star, Karen worked for the Roloffs as a manager of the pumpkin patch, where she worked her way up to become Matt's assistant. She may have learned about the farm's true value by working closely with him. Karen told Matt she didn't want to take on the responsibility of working on the farms any longer. She knew her partner was a reality TV star and might have thought they would bring home a larger profit by listing the farms and reaping the benefits. Little People, Big World will likely end after season 25 because of Matt and Zach's feud. The Roloff patriarch knew it was his son's dream to take over the Roloff farms when he grew older. Nonetheless, Matt disregarded Zach's feelings when he listed part of the property and didn't tell him ahead of time. He had little remorse for his betrayal and slyly offered his son a piece of the land for $4 million when he knew Zach couldn't afford it. Instead of prioritizing his children's feelings, Matt was too busy catering to Karen's requests. Matt doesn't take accountability for his actions. Instead, he attempts to defend himself online. When asked by a fan on Facebook if Little People, Big World would be returning for season 26 after Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, announced their departure from the show, Matt didn't have a clear answer. He said that nobody really knows at this point if they'll be able to film another season because of how difficult it's been to film as more and more family members drift away. Little People, Big World star Matt may have shattered the Roloff family bond because of his greedy behavior. Since he started his relationship with Karen, he's begun making more decisions motivated by money. Tori Roloff is giving fans a reason to smile with a sweet new video she captured while bonding with her youngest son. Since announcing her family's departure from the TLC reality series, The Little People, Big World alum has kept fans up to date on all the cute moments and milestones in her life. This includes photos and videos of the 3 kids she shares with her husband, Zach Roloff, shared via social media. Her most recent Instagram upload is no different. Earlier this week, Tori delighted fans with a brief video of her bonding with her 2-year-old Joza. In the clip, Tori alternates kissing either side of the toddler's face as she hugs him from behind, stirring up a serious fit of laughter in her son. "Can we make these giggles last forever?" the doting mom begged in the caption of her Wednesday, October 2 upload, leading several of her Instagram followers to chime in and gush over Tori and her family. "This is such a beautiful moment," read one top-liked comment. "These memories will be heartfelt for years to come. He is the cutest little fella," another exclaimed before someone else declared, "Cuteness overload." "How stinking cute is he?" A fourth said with joy, "Not sure who's having more fun, Mom or Joza. He looks just like Jackson when he laughs." A different fan added, suggesting Joza and his older brother bear a strong resemblance to one another. Along with Joza and 7-year-old Jackson, Tori and Zach also share a daughter named Lila, who will celebrate her 5th birthday next month. Tori Roloff's kids are literally head over heels for their mom in the most recent video she uploaded to Instagram. On Monday, The Little People, Big World alum shared a video on the social media platform which showed her version of the popular trend set to Jack Johnson's 2006 hit Upside Down. Though nearly 2 decades old, the song has resurged in popularity thanks to the recent social media dance routine, which sees pairs of loved ones or romantic partners picking each other up and flipping them upside down. In the September 30 upload, Tori is kneeling on the wood floor behind her eldest of 2 sons, Jackson. Moving to the beat of the song and in motion with the lyrics, the doting mom then grabs the 7-year-old by the waist and flips him upside down. Tori then repeats the same pattern with her 4-year-old daughter, Lila, and second-born son, Joza, too. The uncaptioned clip became a hit with fans, many of whom were openly gushing over the family in the comments. Their smiles, one top-liked comment adored, "I can feel their laughs through this video. Cutest thing I've seen today." A second fan declared, "You have the cutest family." Jackson's outfit screams Zach's wardrobe. "Super cute lol," someone else admitted. Others wished Tori reenacted the choreography with her husband of 9 years and the father of all 3 of her kids, Zach Roloff. "You forgot Zach," one quipped. Jake. Similarly, another added, "I thought you were going to end with Zach." "Don't forget Zach," a third declared.